House Bill 2223, a bill to amend the Code of Virginia relating to the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, willful violations, a misdemeanor penalty. Report from the Committee for Courts of Justice with a substitute.
Gentleman from Suffolk, Mr. Morris.
Mr. Speaker, I move the committee substitute.
Questions on adoption of the committee substitute? As many as favor that motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The substitute is agreed to. The gentleman from Suffolk.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, House Bill 2223 amends the enforcement provision of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. FOIA allows for full or partial release of information and documents controlled by the government of Virginia and its various political subdivisions. Throughout our state's history, we have held dear the proposition of an open and transparent government, and that a government of the people and by the people ought to know how the government is transacting its business. Under current law, if a person in the government refuses to comply with the law, to disclose those required portions allowed by law, a citizen's only recourse is to file a civil action, a lawsuit, against the government to force the government to comply. In the civil portion of the enforcement, it allows for a civil penalty up to a $2,000 fine be awarded to the individual that refuses to comply with the law. House Bill 2223 increases that penalty to any officer, employee, or member of a public body who, without legal excuse or justification, deliberately, willfully, and knowingly violates the FOIA disclosure requirements. May it be the pleasure of the House to engross the bill and pass it to its third reading.
Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman from Spotsylvania, Ms. Cole.
Could that bill go to the regular calendar after engrossment?
Without objection, House Bill 2223 to the regular calendar.